Alright, so tatalakayin natin ngayon yung mainit na debate sa pagitan ni dating Pangulong Duterte at ng kinatawan ng House na si Congressman Luistro tungkol sa responsibilidad ng Pangulo sa war on drugs. So, yung pahayag dito ng dating Pangulo na I will take full legal and illegal responsibility. Ito by judicial confession or ano lang ito, pahayag lang ng isang opisyal lang na pag-amin o isang simpleng pahayag sa politika. So, tara, panoorin natin.
Her for her interpellation, and Congresswoman Luistro, you have 10 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I wish to direct my question to the former President. Mr. President, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Mr. President. First of all, I wish to acknowledge your courage in taking full responsibility, full legal responsibility to all the victims of war on drugs, both legal and illegal, as you have mentioned, Mr. President.
Hindi ko na kontrolado kasi ma'am
And Mr. President, I wish to manifest that it is my humble opinion that one will not take legal responsibility unless there is no willingness as well to admit being behind all the killing incidents that transpired during the war on drugs.
Hindi rin ako sangayon dito sa manifestation niya. Kasi, ba't niya, tawag ito, i-admit niya pati yung ginawa ng mga kriminal. Kasi pag sinabi mo naman kasing kriminal, hindi lang naman civilian. Pati mga pulis mayroon din. So, sinasabi kasi dito ni Congressman Luistro na tawag dito na walang saysay din yung pag full take legal responsibility niya kung hindi niya naman din aaminin lahat ng tawag dito yung mga extrajudicial killing. So, ano ba yun? Paano niya aaminin kung hindi niya alam yung kung sino-sino ba yun?
It is therefore the humble submission of this representation, Mr. Chair, that with that statement coming from the former President, he acknowledges that all the killing incidents during the war on drugs spring from his order to kill drug personalities. That is a manifestation, Mr. Chair.
Correction lang doon sa kill all drugs personalities. May kasunod naman kasi yon, diba? Kasi yung sa pagkakaalala ko, yung sabi niya kasi is lumabas kayo dyan, hulihin nyo lahat ng mga tao na related sa droga. Kapag nanlaban, edi tirahin nyo, diba? Yun yung pagkakasabi niya
Chair. Mr. Chair, I understand that the resource speaker, the former president, is a lawyer. Mr. President, may I request that you educate the Filipino people?
Kaya hindi niya naman sinabi doon na yung mga hindi nanlaban patayin din, di ba? At ang pinupunto niya kasi dito dapat lahat lahat aminin niya.
And I am certain that you understand what conspiracy theory is all about. Please educate us, Mr. President.
Dito pinapa-recite niya pa si dating pangulo ng conspiracy theory. So, tara tingnan natin.
I may have some lapses already, but I will give you the definition of a conspiracy to commit a crime when two or more persons, a conspiracy to commit a crime when two or more persons decide or discuss to commit a crime and actually do it. More or less ganon ang takbo ng ano.
Thank you, Mr. President. And you will agree with me, Mr. President, that under the conspiracy theory, mayroon pong tatlong klase ng principal. One is principal by inducement. Two is principal by indispensable cooperation. And three, principal by direct participation. Being a long-time prosecutor, Mr. President, can you please enlighten us on this?
Well, one is yung induce. It could be an inducement could be money, usually, or inducement by a woman to a man to kill her husband so that they can live forever happily ever after. Or a group of persons, a sindikato.
Parang naparinggan yata dyan si Luis to, sa asawa niya.
Lahat. What is illegal? Gambling, smuggling. These are they are the conspirators of crime.
So you have explained, Mr. President, principal by inducement. It could be money, it could be an order by a person who have influence over another. How
Inducement.
about principal by direct participation, Mr. President?
You actually agree with one another to commit the crime and you participate.
Thank you. And how about principal by indispensable cooperation?
Well, in the sense that, for example, if there is no way of traveling from one place to another and you are the only person who can provide the transportation, a vehicle, and that is would be indispensable cooperation. Without the vehicle, you cannot commit the crime.
Thank you, Mr. President, for enlightening us. Going back to your statement that you are taking full legal responsibility to all the
So tingin ko rito napapasok si dito si dating Pangulong Duterte sa sa principal by inducement. Diba? Pero kailangan parang improve.
victims of war on drugs, both legal and illegal. It is my humble submission, Mr. Chair, that the former president can be considered liable for all these crimes under the theory of conspiracy by being a principal by inducement. I wish to
Hindi rin ako sang-ayon doon. But sabi ko nga siya yung maaari siya doon sa sa number 1 sa principal by inducement. Pero kung titingnan mo kasi yung yung mga pangyayari, malayo siyang makasuhan dahil doon. Kasi yung tawag ito, yung ginawa lang naman nila is katulad ng ng presumptions of regularity. Ibig sabihin yung duty niya as president and duty ng mga police as a law enforcer. So yung doon, yung inducement na na maaari siyang makasuhan doon is yung pag-utos niya na lipunin lahat ng mga drug addict o mga drug personalities. Nasa naman yun nasa batas naman yun. Diba? So, paanong mapunta yun doon sa may principal by inducement?
Manifest, Mr. Chair, that without the order, without the reward, these police operatives should not have resulted to killing a huge number of victims of war on drugs.
Beg to disagree with your premise, ma'am.
I understand, Mr. President, but that is
Kaya nga, di ba, nasa ano kasi yun, presumptions of regularity. Trabaho nila, lawful. Tapos kung mayroon mang mali doon, is kailangan i-prove na talagang ginawa yon o talagang mali. Katulad yung sinasabi niya na illegal, hindi naman nakasama yun kasi nasa policy naman ng drug war yung mga dapat gawin ng mga pulis.
a manifestation.
Yes, but you
Thank
know,
you,
if
Mr.
police is
President.
supposed to do his duty, he goes to school for 2 years. He receives instructions to how to go about his duty, and we have to give the presumption of regularity. That's a principle of law.
Thank you,
Na
Mr. President.
Pag every time na may ginawa kaya in your favor is the principle of regularity
Presumption
in the
of
performance
regularity
of duty.
of performance of official duty, Mr. President. Thank you for your enlightenment. Mr. President, I
Diba? Sinabi niya rin dito yung presumptions of regularity. Yung tawag ito, official duty nila, official duty ng president na protektahan yung tao. So nagdeklara siya ng war on drugs. At duty rin ng police yung ipatupad yung yung peace and order sa komunidad. So it's lawful. Diba? Ano siya, tawag dito yung maliban na lang kung may mga nagawang mali, so kailangan kasuhan talaga. Personal yun, personal.
wish to ask, with all due respect, considering your statement of taking full legal responsibility, both to legal and illegal activities, can
Well-
I equate this statement of yours to an extrajudicial confession of guilt?
Well, in a sense, yes. Wala na akong magawa eh.
Are you saying yes, Mr. President?
Yes, because I ordered the campaign against the drug syndicates.
Paano magiging yun? Extrajudicial confession. Trabaho niya yun. Yung pagdeklara niya ng war on drugs, it's a lawful order. Wala, parang sinabi niya lang ulit yung ginawa niya nun. Di ba? Well, extrajudicial confession ba yun?
At kung anong ginawa nila, whether illegal or not, it was ako ang nag-utos. In that sense, I take that responsibility of their actions.
O, di ba? Yung sinasabi niya doon sa pag-utos niya, either na kunwari sa isang operation na may ginawa silang illegal. Di ba? Sabi niya, inaamin niya na rin dyan na he will take responsibility. Pero, kailangan niyo munang i-prove na gumawa talaga yan ng illegal.
Wala akong magawa eh. Commander ako, nag-utos ako. Puntahan ninyo yan. Just like a commander, or not a military, police, iutusan mo. Pag may nangyari dyan, magkabulyaso, whether right or wrong, iyo yan.
Yung sinasabi niya doon nga, yung sa isang operation, kapag nabulyaso, sabihin natin, wala namang perfecto. Pag nagkaroon ng operation, tapos sabihin natin, nagkamali, o na-miscalculate, so nagkaroon ng incident, so mananagot siya doon. Yung dating Pangulo, pati yung mga, tawag ito, yung mga gumawa ng operation. Pero iba doon yung personal na krimen. Kasi yung kahit sabihin niya yun na siya yun, kailangan pa rin ng ebidensya na direkta na siya yung nag-utos mismo doon sa tawag dito, doon sa may pulis na yon na gumawa ng isang krimen.
Iyo talaga yan. Kung hindi ka naman bobo na mayor, hindi mo iwanan yung tao na inutusan mo. Unless yung pumunta doon, inutusan mo mag-operate ng illegal gambling or mga droga, tapos nag-rape, kung anong ginagawa na kabalastugan, ako na mismo ang papatay, hindi na kailangan na hintayin mo pa.
O diba, yung sinasabi ko kanina na kapag yung isang pulis ay lumihis doon sa policy na ginawa niya o doon sa rules ng operation nila, labas na siya doon. Kasi personal na yon. Yun yung tinatawag niyang guilt is personal. Hindi mo may papasa yun. Kahit sabihin niya, aminin niya yun na, well, utos niya na sugpuin ng droga pero gumawa yung isang pulis ng kabulastugan. Pagdating sa korte, hindi naman tatanggapin yun kasi yung dating Pangulong Duterte yung nag-utos sa kanya para gawin yung ganong klaseng bagay. Yung isang krimen. Hindi tatanggapin yun. Kasi nga, yung krimen na ginawa ng isang tao, sa kanya lang yun.
Mr. President, earlier,
Maliban na lang kung mayroong ebidensya na mayroong taong direktang nag-utos doon sa certain people, sa certain na pulis na yon o sa isang pulis na yon, yun, pwedeng managot yung nag-utos na yon.
you
Doon sa may conspiracy sa number 1 yung yung inducement.
conform to my statement that I can equate your statement of taking full legal responsibility as an extrajudicial confession of guilt. You said yes to that.
Yeah.
No, I'm just reiterating the question, Mr. President.
It's not about guilt or a wrong. What I'm saying is that yung lahat ng inutusan ko yung war against drugs, o yung isang platoon dyan o isang batalyon, kung ano yung ginagawa nila, kaya I take full responsibility for that.
Mr. President, you are surrounded by, I believe, 4 lawyers.
Hindi ko na kailangan, ma'am.
Because you are a lawyer yourself.
I can take of myself. I can take care of myself.
And of course, you understand the elements of an extrajudicial confession.
Yes.
You confirm that you are of sound mind.
And not only that, body
Yes.
as well.
You confirm that your statement is voluntary.
Yes.
And of course, you confirm that you understand the consequences of your extrajudicial confession.
Hindi naman alam, hindi naman ito korte. So,
I understand, Mr. President. That's why we call it extrajudicial confession.
It is not a confession. It is a statement coming from the mouth of a mayor or a president at that time. It is not a confession. You are...
Hindi siya para sa akin, in my opinion, hindi siya masasabing confession. Bakit? Masasabi lang siya na informal admission. Kasi yung mga pinagsasabi niya dyan, is yan yung ginawa niya nung siya ay former president or former mayor. Na kung saan, niya yun, tungkulin niya yun. Inutos siya dahil sa kanyang tungkulin. Yung sinasabi niya kanina na presumption of regularity. Yung mga utos niya na lawful, at kung may man doon, kung may mga mali man doon, in accordance, sabi nga doon, carried out correctly and in accordance with the law unless proven otherwise. So, kailangan mong magkaroon ng ebidensya na yung pinag-uutos niya ay mali.
characterizing.
Yung utos niya na yon is under yon sa kanyang power as mayor and as a president.
Mali, ma'am.
The only one,
Do not characterize that as a wrong.
Mr. President,
Policy yan.
the only one that is missing among these elements is that it should be in writing.
What?
And my question will you be willing to translate into writing the statement that you earlier said?
Hindi na nga ako marunong, yung pirma ko noon, hindi na nga pirma ko ngayon.
But of course, you have a lawyers to help and assist you prepare this written document.
Hindi ko na kailangan yan. Bakit ko pa writing dito na ngayon? It's documented by the records here. Magtanong na kayo na magtanong. Ano? Anong gusto mong tanongin? Kriminal?
Mr. President, I wish to proceed to my next question. Do you know Laod firing range?
Do you know?
Alam niyo po ba yung Laod firing range?
So, hindi. Do you know?
Nalalaman niyo po ba kung ano
Tao yan.
o saan yung Laod firing range?
Doon ako napapractice magbaril para pumatay ng tao.
Thank you. Nagpa-practice po kayong bumaril
Oo.
para pumatay ng tao.
Oo.
And alam niyo din po ba yung Laod Quarry?
Hindi ko na negosyo yan, ma'am. Yung firing range, ha?
But at least you are aware that Laod firing range is situated in the Laod Quarry, within the premises and compound of Laod Quarry.
Siguro.
Tama po
Within
ba
the
yun?
premises of a quarry, there is a firing range.
Do you confirm that, Mr. President?
That should be the question.
Do you know Ben Laod?
Yes, I think so.
Who is Ben Laod?
Si policeman.
He's a policeman.
He owns the land
He owns the land.
where the firing range is located.
And do you remember, Mr. President, that the CHR, during the time of the former chairman, Laila de Lima, investigated and inspected this Laod Quarry, where they were able to discover human bones. Are you aware of that?
Ano naman connection ng human bones doon?
Sino ma? Who investigated?
Panahon po ni Chairman Laila de Lima sa Commission on Human Rights.
Sorry, I do not know her.
Nag-imbestiga po ang CHR
Ay,
tungkol
siguro.
sa extrajudicial killing kung saan nakadiskubre po ang taga-CHR ng mga buto ng katawan ng tao. Kayo po ba ay aware dito?
I am aware of only one.
Hindi niya naman trabaho kasi yun. Trabaho na ng mga pulis yun. Imbestigahan nila yun. Di ba? Hindi naman siya yung mag-iimbestiga.
One bone. Dala-dala ni... Sino yung sinabi mo? Binalot
CHR
niya.
former chairwoman,
Nandyan,
Laila de Lima.
It's there. Hindi... Isa lang po.
And you are aware also that the former DOJ Secretary, Vitaliano Aguirre, represented Ben Laud in the investigation of the extrajudicial killing.
What do I know about the investigation? Or
If you are
about
aware,
Aguirre?
Mr. President.
Yes, Aguirre is my...
Are you associated? Of course, you are associated to Vitaliano Aguirre as a matter of fact,
Is my...
contemporary.
Sa eskwelahan, no?
And during your time, you appointed him even as the DOJ Secretary. Tama po ba?
Yes. Because bright.
During that time, Mr. President, you were the mayor. Tama po?
Hindi. Wala siyang karapatang mag-ano ng mag-appoint niya sa mataas na mga posisyon yan. Mayor lang siya. Di ba? President maaari, pero mayor wala.
Mayor of Davao City.
No, I cannot appoint a secretary. Hindi ako, mayor lang ako po. So it has to be
Now, let me rephrase my question, Mr.
somebody
President.
else's job, not mine.
During the time when these extrajudicial killings happened, you were the mayor? Tama po ba yun?
Well, not only during my time as mayor.
Was there any point in time
Diba? Sobrang haba na niya. Hindi lang nung mayor siya. Hanggang ngayon, iniimbestigahan pa rin. Walang makuhang ebidensya.
Mr. President, na pinaimbestigahan niyo po itong mga buto ng tao na nakita sa Laod Quarry?
Dala nga ni, sino yun? Hindi yun nag-imbestiga doon.
The CHR, Mr. President.
Oh, si CHR.
Kayo po ba'y nagpa-imbestiga? Even during your time as mayor or during your time as president?
Hindi niya naman nga trabaho kasi yon. Hindi na trabaho ng mayor na mag-imbestiga ng mga buto-buto na yan kung kanino ba yan.
Pinaimbestigahan niyo po ba itong mga buto na nakita sa Laod Quarry?
Hindi naman kasi siya investigador. Hindi rin siya mga pulis.
Bakit ako mag-imbestiga ng mga buto dyan na maraming buto ng tao na...
So you did not initiate any investigation?
Of course.
Mr. President, I will proceed to the next question. On December 31, 2004, nag-conduct po ng raid ang PIDEA 11, headed by Superintendent Wilkins Villanueva, joined by some operatives of PIDEA Manila, National Headquarter. 6 po yung Chinese na napatay. But in addition to this Chinese, a certain SPO4, Val Carillo, apprehended Alan C. along with 10 other companions. Based on the affidavit of Mr. Las Cañas, Mr. President, you ordered the killing of Mr. Alan C. along with the 10 other companions.
That is not true. That is the job of the police. Hindi ko trabaho magpatay, ma'am.
There are 2 important observations in his affidavit, Mr. President. Ang sabi po niya dito, si Alan C. ay nag-offer ng 200 million for the release of the 2 chemists and another 100 million for the remaining 8 personalities. But when he tried to
Grabe, ang laki niyan. 100 million, another 100 billion.
take your permission, you refused, and you even said, madami kayong intel funds.
Totoo yan. Kung bribery siguro yan. Hindi ko, never in my...
Are you confirming,
Monetary.
Mr. President, that during this time, Las Cañas and Sunny Buenaventura sought your permission whether to release Alan C. and the 10 others in exchange of the 200 million plus 100 million?
Masyadong maraking pera yan, man. Totoo yan.
You are denying it, Mr. President.
Of course.
But do you confirm that when you refused this offer, you even told Sunny Buenaventura and Arturo Las Cañas that you have ample intel funds, so you don't need those bribes, if you call it bribe?
I do not remember making a statement like that. But money for operations against crime, malaki ang funding ng Davao City.
Another important observation, Mr. President, these 11 personalities were asked as to the whereabouts of their passport. Alan C. said that his passport was taken by the operatives, while the 10 others, ang sabi po nila, hawak ng employer nila. And the employer was named as Michael Yang. What can you say about this?
Nothing to do with it. Wala akong pakialam dyan. Hindi ako nakikialam ng mga passport.
Diba? Yung mga tanong kasi lalayo na, yung mga bagay na hindi na pinapakailaman o hindi na trabaho ng isang mayor.
Mr. President, to conclude the question about this Dumoy raid, this is the raid of the PIDEA which happened in Davao Shabu Laboratory on December 31, 2004, where 6 Chinese personalities were killed during the raid and the 11 others were brought to Laod Quarry, where they were summarily executed and buried upon your order, according to the testimony of Arturo Las Cañas.
Do not believe Turlos Kanya.
Let me proceed to the
Binubula ka lang yan.
next question, Mr. President. In 1993, Mr. President, binomba po itong St. Peter's Cathedral in Davao City where 7 died. Naalala niyo po ba ito? And according to
Point of
Arturo
order,
Las Cañas,
Mr. Chair. Point of order.
What was
I would like
rule
to
that was
find out
excuse me,
If Attorney Delgra is coaching the President, because she has been whispering in the ears of the former President. What to find out?
Attorney Delgra, please refrain from coaching. The President is able to answer all these questions being asked
He's
of him.
advising me
And
about my
you are
legal
only
rights.
limited to advising your
Legal
client
rights.
with his rights. Nothing more, nothing less.
He's
I
a
hope
lawyer.
you follow the rule, Attorney Delgra. Please proceed.
He does not have to coach me. I know how to answer.
Mr. Chair, 1993, binomba po ang St. Peter's Cathedral, Davao City, where 7 died. Nalala niyo po ba ito, Mr. President?
Yung simbahan, ma'am.
Opo, St. Peter's Cathedral in Davao
Yes, ma'am.
City. At sangayon po kay Arturo Las Cañas, kayo ay galit na galit sa pangyayaring ito.
Malamang, sino bang hindi magalit dyan? Ikaw ang mayor, tapos pinasabugan yung ano mo, isasakupan mo. Simbahan pa.
Sinong hindi magalit, ma'am?
At dahil po sa inyong mahigpit na galit, ay inorderan nyo po itong sina Las Cañas na bombahin ang mga moske, kasama po ang Kamamara Mosque at Bancorehan Mosque.
Grabe. Nung una, iglesia, napasama dyan, na kumuha ng tao na yung religion ay iglesia. Ngayon, sinama na naman yung moske. Sabi na sa sobrang galit niya, ipapabomba niya yung moske. Lahat na lang kulang, isa na lang kulang, Katoliko. Ano kaya yung susunod dyan?
What can you say about this?
Crazy, ma'am. Do you know that my mother is a Muslim? That's an idiot statement.
Diyan mo palang masasabi na talagang mali na yung tanong eh. Pabubomba mo yung moske, tapos yung nanay mo Muslim. So ikaw, half din. Diba? Ba't mabubombahin yung... At saka hindi naman lahat ng lahat ng Muslim eh masasama. So, binumbahan yung city mo, gaganti ka ngayon sa lahat. Parang mali naman.
In other words, you are denying.
Of course.
Mr. President, let me proceed to June Pala. Sino po si June Pala?
Well, he was a broadcaster.
He is a broadcaster who used to criticize you during his programs. Tama po ba?
Everybody, pati ako, tama yan. Trabaho niya yan.
And according to the testimony of Arturo Las Cañas, you ordered the killing of June Pala.
Niwala kay Las Cañas. Lahat na nandang participation ng crime niya, kanya. There's a pattern, you know. look at the pattern of the crimes, kanya lahat ng ano. Do you believe that as a policeman? Would I? Would I?
Kanina po, Mr. President, I started my interpellation with acknowledging your courage in taking full legal responsibility to all the victims of war on drugs, and you said both legal and illegal. The reasons why I asked about Laod Quarry, where human bones were found. The reason why I asked about the Dumoy raid, where 11 Chinese personalities were summarily brought and killed to Laod Quarry. The reason about why I asked about the mosque bombing and the killing of Jun Pala is I wanted to substantiate the courage that I saw on you when you initially expressed taking full legal responsibility to all the victims of war on drugs, both legal and illegal, according to you.
You are substantiate?
Yes, Mr. President.
Where's the proof?
Mr. President, I'm anchoring my questions about the separate incidents from your initial statement that you are taking full legal responsibility
Yes.
to all the victims of war on drugs. You said both legal and illegal.
Yes.
Mr. President, you are a long-time prosecutor, correct? And of course, it is very fundamental upon us, all lawyers, the
Yeah.
requirements of due process.
We are zeroing in on a particular individual now.
Due process is the law which hears before it condemns. Due process is the law which requires notice and hearing.
If you say so.
Mr. President, I hope that we will be reminded that by due process, the end does not justify the means. Kanina po, tinanong din po kayo ni Honorable Brosas about the number of the victims of war on drugs. Tinanong po kayo about statistics. Brosas, about the number of the victims of war on drugs. Tinanong po kayo about statistics, and you lamented na hindi nyo po alam or dala yung records. Now, I want to share to the public the statistics of the victims of war on drugs.
Well, we are...
Mr. President, this is from PIDEA. I think this is a consolidated effort of Karapatan, Global Witness, National Union of Journalists of the Philippines, the Supreme Court, Rappler, and the Philippine Drug and Enforcement Agency. We have 6,252 individuals in police anti-drug operations as of May.
Ayan yung mga nakalagay na yan. Kailangan mo pa rin imbestigahan yan. Ano ba yung dahilan ng pagkamatay nila? Diba? Hindi lang basta-basta pinatayan. May mga rason yan bakit pinatay. Ang iba personal crime mismo ng pumatay sa kanila kung bakit sila namatay. For example, isa dyan, pinatay ng pulis kasi baka pwedeng may turo yung pulis na yon. So, kasalanan pa rin ni Duterte. Hindi na yon, personal crime na yon. Kasi yung sinasabi niya lang naman kasing legal responsibility is yung policy niya sa war on drugs. Na for example sa mga operation na yan, pag nagkaroon ng error yan, na sumunod sila sa policy ng war on drugs, at nagkaroon ng error yan, pananagutan ng dating Pangulo yan. Pero yung mga labas na dun sa policy ng war on drugs, hindi niya na pananagutan yun. Let's for example, yung sinasabing illegal, yung illegal naman na sinasabi niya doon, doon about sa policy niya pa rin sa war on drugs. Na sinasabi niya doon na kapag sa isang operation ng isang pulis, para lang matupad yung operation na yon, gumawa sila ng illegal, pananagutan niya yon ng dating Pangulo. Diba? Yun yung sinasabi niyang legal and illegal responsibility. Take full responsibility. Pero yung mga labas na talaga doon, katulad yung mga personal crime na, hindi niya na pananagutan yun. Kung sa yung ipipilit sa kanya yun, magbibigay ka ngayon ng proof na may connection sa kanya yung ganung pagpatay.
2022. 27,000 to 30,000 individuals, including those killed vigilant style. 427 activists, human rights defenders,
Doon pa lang sa vigilant style na yun, mahirap na i-prove yun. 'Di ba? Kahit na sabihin natin aminin niya yun, hindi naman perket na inamin niya, ikukulong kagad siya ng korte. Maghahanap pa ng connection yun kung paano siya naging konektado doon sa vigilant na yun. Alam nga naman siya yung magbibigay ng mga ebidensya. Wala. Sinong tangang tao magbibigay nun?
grassroots organizers as of December 2021. Land and environment defenders as of December 2020, 166. Journalists, media workers as of April 2022, 23 victims. Judges, lawyers, prosecutors as of December 2021, 66 victims.
Ano yan? Lahat na nang namatay nung time na yan? Sa kanya, kasalanan niya na lahat yan? Di ba kaya kayo napupulahan ng mga tao eh? Kasi sa kagustuhan yung ipindown yung isang tao, lahat ng kasalanan, lahat ng krimen na nangyayari dito sa Pilipinas, babato nyo sa kanya. E nasa public hearing kayo, kitang-kita kayo ng tao.
And mayors, vice mayors,
Kung tingin mo sa dinami-dami ng trabaho niya dyan sa tawag ito, sa may palasyo, sa ganyang karaming tao, mauutusan niya pa ba yan na isa-isa niya patayin yung mga, yan yung bilang na yan na namatay na yan?
as of December 2021, 28 victims, Mr. President. Mr. President, my question is, when you implement war on drugs, did you strictly comply with the requirement of due process?
Yes.
Mr. Chair, I will wrap up. Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. Chair, it is my humble submission that contrary to the answer
Submission na naman. Yun nga yung tawag ito, yung ginawa niya kasi kaya malakas yung loob niya magsabi ng take full legal responsibility kasi mayroon siyang policy sa war on drugs. Bukod doon sa policy na yun, yung police mayroon din sariling policy. Diba? Inuutusan niya lang yung yung mga police na gawin nila yung trabaho nila. So legal yun. Ngayon, kung mayroong illegal doon, then prove it.
of the former president, I humbly believe that the former president and his war on drugs never complied with the requirements of due process. The statistics show, Mr. President, the huge number of victims of war on drugs.
Hindi rin ako sang-ayon dyan. Hindi daw nag-comply sa due process. Doon mo makikita doon sa may policy ng war on drugs, policy ng police. Nasa due process yon. Anong hindi? Ayan yung mga after na lang yan. Ngayon, kung sinasabing illegal yan, kailangan ng proof. Kailangan ng ebidensya dyan. Ipoprove yan na talagang hindi dumaan yan sa due process. Hanapin yung taong sangkot dyan. Ngayon, kung mayroong connection yan doon sa taas, katulad sa dating Pangulo, then file a case.
If my memory serves me right, during the time of Aquino administration, there are like around 200, and during the present administration, there are around like 200 victims as well of war on drugs. Given this statistics, Mr. Chair, this is almost or around 31,000 victims of war on drugs, if indeed they follow the requirement of due process. Wala po dapat ganito karaming patay.
Due process. Naimbestigahan ba lahat yun? Grabe naman, sobrang dami namang yun, masasabi mo, pinatay niya lang ng ganun-ganun yun, nung walang, tawag dito? Hindi naman kapanipaniwala yung report mo na yan. Kahit sinong tao hindi maniniwala dyan. 30,000. Walang due process. Pinatay ng diretsyo. Grabe na ano yan. Psychopathic na yung presidente natin yan.
At ang dapat, maraming kaso na pending in court. I hope all of us will be reminded by the fundamental law
Pending, malamang. Kulang pa ebidensya. Diba?
that no person
Hindi naman pending yun dahil sa ayaw nilang ituloy yung kaso. Ayaw nilang i-execute yung kaso.
should be deprived of life, liberty, and property without due process of law.
Yan na naman tayo. Paulit-ulit na naman yan eh. Wala na. Ganun, nasa constitution naman talaga yan. Pero ang tanong kasi dyan, self-defense naman kasi. Diba? Yung mga nagkandamate na yun, ang laban. Ngayon, kung hindi ng laban, nasabi nga, diba, prove it and file a case in court.
By Mr. President's own admission
Hindi yung puro dada ng dada dyan sa ano. Tapos, wala. After nyan, wala. Wala may nagpapay.
of his accountability, both to legal and illegal actions of the police, it is the humble submission of this representation, Mr. Chair, that the Quadcom is ready to make a recommendation for the filing of the necessary action in court. That is a violation of the law, RA 9851, Act defining and penalizing crimes against international humanitarian law, or at the very least, the murder cases as defined under the revised penal code. To finally conclude,
Hindi rin ako sangayon dyan. Yung against human. Ano ba sabi niya?
Mr. Chair, humanitarian law, or the very penalizing crimes against international humanitarian law, or at the very least, the murder cases at
Humanitarian law. Well, maganda eh. Pasa nyo sa korte para magkaalaman. Yung hinahabol nyo dyan, extrajudicial killing na lumabag siya sa ano natin, sa due process ng batas natin. Ngayon, dahil doon sa inaako niya na yung legal responsibility doon sa inutos niya na yun, wala na kayong makuha doon. Yung ipapasok niya yung humanitarian law. 'Di ba? Parang masasabi mo talagang ano, tawag ito? Witch hunt.
as defined under the revised penal code. To finally conclude, Mr.
Kasi masasabi kong hindi rin ako sangayon doon. Kasi trabaho kasi niya yung presidente. Ang inutos niya lang naman is subuhin yung mga ano na yan, kumakalat ng mga droga na yan dito sa bansa na nasasakupan niya. Diba? Nasa due process naman yun. Kahit na ilan pa yung namatay dyan, hindi mo pa rin masasabing humanitarian ano yan. Law.
Chair, last series of questions to Mr. President, again to substantiate the courage that he was able to show during the initial part of this hearing. Mr. President, in the past hearing of Quadcom, may 30 Chinese drug lords na napatay sa Davao Penal Colony. Are you willing to take accountability and responsibility also for this?
Wala na ako niyan, ma'am. Nandito na ako sa Maynila.
So, you're saying no.
Oh, well, kung gusto mo isali yan, idagdag mo na, okay lang.
How about the death of General Barayuga, the PSCSO Secretary? Are you willing to take full legal responsibility
No,
for this?
I do not kill generals.
The death of Mayor Aldong Parohinog and the 15 others in Osamis City, are you taking full responsibility on this?
Hindi ako nagpapatay ng mga mayor, ma'am.
The death of Mayor Espinosa of Albuera Leyte, are you taking full responsibility on this?
Hindi ko, ma'am. That's my birthplace.
The death of Tony Halili in Tanawan City.
Malayo yan sa akin, ma'am.
The death of Mayor Perez of Los Baños.
Lalo na.
Ibalik ko po dun sa una niyong sinabi. If you are denying all this, alin po yung tinutukoy nyo when you said you are taking full legal responsibility to all the victims of war on drugs, both legal and illegal?
Yes. Kasi order ko kasi that was my campaign against drugs. Na yung, alam mo, maraming istasyon, maraming pulis. Kung nagkaletse-letse doon, hindi ka maghugas ng kamay. Dapat sabihin mo, akin dyan, kasi of course, nagkamali sila. Now, if there is an appropriate action na gusto ninyong
Yung sinasabi niya sa kanya doon, yun yung mga operation na nagkamali. Kasi wala namang perfectong operation.
ilabas, then file the case.
Tapos ito rin ang sinasabi nila, yung gusto ng kabila na to, yung pinapasa sa kanya, magpasa na lang daw ng case sa korte. Kasi yun mga pinapasa sa kanya is personal crime yun.
In court. Wala nang pigil. Matagal na yan yung sabi extrajudicial killing. I am challenging anybody or everybody who makes the accusation, whether it is really true or not, it may be true, file the case in court because may korte tayo. And even if I will admit na totoo yan, you have to go to court because I will make the admission there again.
Are you saying, Mr. President, that when you go to court, you're willing to admit also your accountability for all the deaths during the war on drugs?
Ay, of course, may abogado man ako, ma'am. Kung ano sabihin ng abogado ko, sunod ako.
I hope that everything that you said before the Quad can be reduced in writing so that truly we can believe that you're taking full legal responsibility to all the victims of war on drugs, both legal.
Writing. Wala kasi kayo mauto dyan. Hindi naman kasi bata yan. Hindi naman mga elementary yung kausap nyo dyan. Ginagawa nyo kasing elementary. Kaya nga nasasabihan ko walang kwenta eh.
Legal and illegal, because as lawyers we believe that by extrajudicial confession we have to put that in writing, Mr. President.
Totoo yan, ma'am. I order the campaign against drugs. Hindi ako it's a policy of government or of the president.
So hanggang dito na lang tayo. Wala na to. Tapos na.